Lewis Hamilton, seven-time Formula One world champion and newly minted Ferrari driver, entered the weekend under a heavy cloud of scrutiny. After a turbulent Grand Prix in Miami marked by sharp radio exchanges and public criticism, many began to wonder if Hamilton's move to Ferrari was more symbolic than strategic. Was this just a farewell tour cloaked in red, or did the fire still burn? This weekend, under the scarlet banners of the Tifosi and the history-drenched corners of Imola, Hamilton delivered his answer not with words, but with speed, grit, and grace. Starting from a lowly 12th on the grid, Hamilton wasn't in a position most champions would envy. But Imola has always been a place for redemption. And Hamilton, cool under pressure and sharp as ever, put on a driving clinic. One by one, he carved through the field, strategic, composed, ruthless when needed. By the time the checkered flag fell, he had secured a commanding fourth-place finish, outperforming teammate Charles Leclerc in the process. It wasn't just a good race, it was a message, and everyone heard it. "Hopefully you've got something nice to say about me this time," Hamilton said with a smile to the media afterward. "I'm really happy. First off, the energy from the Tifosi, wow, just incredible. Grazie mille, thank you to everyone who came out. That sea of red, it meant a lot." For Hamilton, this wasn't just another Grand Prix. It was personal. The memories of watching Michael Schumacher as a kid flooded back. The legacy, the passion, the roar of the crowd. It all hit different now that he was inside the red suit. It felt like stepping back in time, he reflected. Back to when I used to watch Michael race here, to now be driving for Ferrari at Imola, seeing those giant flags in turn 7. It gave me goosebumps. It was truly surreal. One of the biggest takeaways from the weekend wasn't just Hamilton's overtakes, but his newfound synergy with Ferrari race engineer Riccardo Adami. After a rocky communication breakdown in Miami, the two seemed perfectly in tune this time around. "I didn't expect to finish P4 today," Hamilton admitted. "The car felt fantastic. The team executed everything perfectly, no mistakes. Riccardo and I found a great rhythm. I was calm, he was calm. That makes all the difference." He didn't stop there. Hamilton praised the pit stops, the timing, the strategy, all hallmarks of a team that's beginning to click in a way Ferrari fans have long waited for. The pit stop was great. The calls were spot on. "We're starting to build something special here." And today was just a glimpse. Sure, he didn't reach the podium, but for anyone paying attention, this wasn't about trophies. This was about heart. About proving that the fire inside Lewis Hamilton still blazes with championship ambition even at 40. Maybe if the safety car had come out a little differently, we'd be talking about a podium, he said. But that doesn't matter right now. What matters is that we showed what we're capable of. This wasn't just a result, it was a rebirth. A statement to the paddock, the press, and every doubter who thought Hamilton's best days were behind him. He still got it. And with Ferrari finally starting to deliver a car worthy of his talent, this chapter might be one of the most memorable yet. There's something unique about Ferrari. It's not just an F1 team, it's an institution, a national treasure, a heartbeat. And Hamilton is beginning to look like more than just a guest in the house of Maranello. He's becoming part of the family. This place, this team, it's got a different kind of soul, Hamilton said. When you hear thousands of fans chanting, waving flags, singing songs, it hits you in the chest. It's passion you don't find anywhere else in the world. As the sun dipped behind the grandstands and the red smoke from flares still hung in the air, Hamilton stood tall, not as a fading icon, but as a man fully present in the moment. He had driven like a lion in the land of legends, and in doing so, reminded us why his name belongs alongside the greatest. So let the critics talk. Let the skeptics analyze. Lewis Hamilton doesn't need to respond with words. He lets the track speak for him, and in Imola, it spoke volumes. Under the watchful eyes of thousands of passionate tifosi waving red flags and chanting Ferrari hymns, team principal Fred Vasseur had a message to deliver. We're not backing down. Ferrari arrived at their home race, the 2025 Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, with high hopes, a sea of support, and two of the sport's biggest names, Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, ready to take on the historic track of Imola. But after a deeply disappointing qualifying session that left Leclerc starting 11th and Hamilton 12th, it became clear that Sunday's race wouldn't be the homecoming party fans had imagined. So now, Ferrari's only way forward? Take a gamble. Thousands of tifosi came out to support us and we didn't get the job done, Vasseur admitted bluntly. We're not satisfied with where we are. It was a tough day. Just like in Miami, we couldn't improve our times with new tires, and our best lap came from the first set in Q1. The tire situation in Imola threw curveballs across the paddock, but Vasseur believes Ferrari felt it more than most. And with the narrow, twisty layout of the circuit making overtakes notoriously difficult, he knows a conservative approach won't be enough. It's not the easiest track to overtake on. So yeah, we may have to take some risks, especially on strategy, Vasseur added. We'll put all our focus there tonight. We owe it to the Tifosi to give it everything. Strategic calls have long haunted Ferrari. From infamous radio confusion to missed pit windows, the Scuderia's decision-making on race day has often been a source of frustration even well before Vasseur or Hamilton were in red. In Miami, Hamilton's own post-race comments made headlines after a tense exchange with his race engineer left fans and pundits alike questioning Ferrari's ability to get it right under pressure. Now, just a week later, both he and Leclerc are once again staring at a race that will demand creative thinking, split-second judgment, and yes, a little bit of luck. It was a tough one, Hamilton admitted after qualifying. The car felt good overall, but we just didn't have the grip we needed on that final Q2 lap, and that cost us. Still, the 7-time world champ isn't throwing in the towel. If anything, he's ready to dig deeper, adapt, and fight. This track makes overtaking a real challenge. We know it won't be easy, but we'll push as hard as we can as a team, and we'll explore every option tonight. To the Tifosi, we know this isn't the performance we wanted in our home race, but we'll give it everything we've got and see what's possible. For Charles Leclerc, being knocked out in Q2 stung even harder. He knows what Ferrari's presence in Italy means, and how badly the fans wanted something to cheer for. On a track like this, everything has to be perfect, and it just wasn't, said a visibly frustrated Leclerc. It's disappointing not just for us, but especially for the Tifosi, who came here in force to support us. Despite the blow, the Monegasque driver is rallying himself for redemption. With upgrades on the SF25 that have yet to truly shine, Sunday's race is a chance to salvage pride and possibly more. I'll reset tonight, come back tomorrow, and fight for the best result we can get. That's a promise. With Mercedes and Red Bull showing strength and McLaren continuing their charge, Ferrari doesn't have much margin for error. But at a time when the pressure is at its peak, Hamilton and Leclerc know that the right strategy, not just speed, can still make the difference. This is Imola, this is Italy, this is Ferrari's house. And when you're racing at home, sometimes you have to play bold to make it unforgettable.